Welcome to Profectus.ai, the no-code platform for building trading bots on MetaTrader 5. In this video, we're building a range breakout strategy for gold inspired by trader René Balke. This version is simplified compared to the USD-JPY system, but it still follows the same portfolio logic and does not require a pro subscription. You'll find the full portfolio breakdown and article linked down below. As always, remember, past performance is not a promise of future returns. What you'll learn here is not just how this specific bot works, but also how to build it step by step, understanding the core logic, the building blocks, and all the details, so you can apply the same concepts to your own trading systems.
We are building now the range breakout on gold inspired by René Balke. This is actually now a free version because we simplified it. We don't need to check the range width as we did it for US dollar, Japanese yen. That makes it much easier for us to create this trading system. Just a quick recap. It is based also on the 5-minute time frame. It checks the range again between 3 a.m., 3:05 and 6:05, so 6 a.m. So it's a little bit of a longer time range we are now checking. Here again, placing exactly actually the pending order. So here we are actually using pending orders on the highs and lows that are detected. The stop loss is defined as simply 1% of the price of gold. So here gold would need to move 1% against us to hit our stop loss. We again have no take profit, and we also only take one trade per day. How do we close the trade? Again, we close the trade at 6:55 p.m. in the evening. This is pretty much the whole logic of this trading system. And now let's again build it from ground. We start directly with the juicy part by placing the pending orders. So here we simply use the block run at time. We run at 6:05. Then we simply want to check, do you have any trades open? And if that is not the case, fantastic, then we can actually continue. So we change it here. It has to be 00 for buys and for sells. And now we go already into the buy pending and sell pending order blocks. So this needs to be true. This needs to be true. Let's start with the buy pending order block. And here, since we don't enter directly, as with the buy now block, we have to define the price level where the pending order is being placed. So here we want to define a custom price based on market property. Again, you know it before the drill, we want to check what is the highest price based on the time period. So here we simply punch in the time I mentioned before, 3:05 until 6:05, so a time range of 3 hours. We wanted to get the price value once again, price offset 0, and that is already the definition for placing the pending orders. Now for the money management, here it's quite straightforward because we actually have a stop loss. We keep it at risk percent of balance at 1. So 1% of your balance will be at risk, the maximum you could lose in this trading system. Then the next one for the stop loss and take profit, we define it as 1% of the complete price. Very interesting concept. So we keep it as here it is by default. And also the take profit we change to no take profit. Then we go to order expiration. We make this based on a fixed time at 6:55 p.m. And that is the complete magic for the buy pending order. Let's quickly do it also for the sell pending order. We open here once more on custom price, market property, lowest price based on time candle, server time, 3:05 and 6:05. We want to get the price value, offset at 0. The money management, one more time, 1% of your balance you have available. Stop loss, also same as on the other side. It is 1% of the price, so we keep it as it is by default. We change this take profit definition to no take profit. And the order expiration is again at 6:55 in the evening. Cool. So this is so much to the juicy part where we are placing the pending orders of this trading system. Now we define the decision trees where we are closing open trades. So the pending orders has been triggered. So now we want to create the logic where we are managing the open trades. So we again, as so often, start with a time block, when to trade, so run at time. We do this at 6:55 in the evening. And yes, indeed, now what we are defining is actually redundant, but I will show you anyway, just a different way how you can also close trades. And if you're interested in, for instance, partially closing trades, you can do so with this logic. So the next block is the select trade block. Here we simply say, cool, all the open trades on both sides, buys and sells. We want to close them. So we want to here close trades connected to 100%. So here you can, for example, also change it to 50% if you only want to close out 50% of the whole position. Now on the other side, let's copy this block very quickly. We also want to make sure that at the end of our trading session, so here at 6:55 evening, we are closing all the pending orders, buys and sells. Yep. So here we take the delete order block, we connect it, so there's nothing to change, and this is it for this group of blocks. So now we also want to make sure, not only at the end of our trading session, that we are closing trades and deleting pending orders, we also want to make sure that the other pending order is being cancelled, right? As soon as we hit, for example, the buy pending order, the close pending order is closed, so we don't open more than one trade a day. So here we use the run per tick. It's very important. This block just is the most precise block to trigger the next one, since it's per tick. And here we simply check how many trades do we have open. Here we do it for the buys only, right? So we want to see trade count is bigger than 0. Order count must be 0 here in that case. Then we select all the pending orders. So here, select trades again, pending orders. That all pending orders that are short, we are now deleting them. So we click here on delete orders. And here we are simply making sure that when we have a buy trade open, that we now select all the short pending orders and we delete them. Now we do the same also for the buys. So again, we start with the run per tick. I mean, you can also reuse it, but here I will just use the run per tick block. We are again counting the trades, count trade block, connect. Do we have any trades open? Here we do it for sells only. And we also must select trades, connected. Here we want to select the pending orders that are going long. So here it is already by default, buys only. And then we also use the last block, delete orders. And now this is the complete logic of the gold range breakout inspired by René Balke.